Since the hack got to give you a chilling literary tale for Halloween, I thought I would do the same for Christmas. This is an excerpt from Hidden Sins by Selena Montgomery, aka New York Times best-selling author, Nobel Peace Prize nominee, and two-term governor of Georgia, Stacey Abrams. This excerpt was chosen because it is the only instance of the word Christmas in the book. Girlfriend, the word, one that Mara seemed to relish wielding, wasn't entirely accurate. In fact, Leslie would be surprised to hear the term used so generously. He'd meant to call her and update her on his situation, but time had gotten away from him. An itch settled in the unreachable spot between his shoulders. I checked with the airline. Leslie's plane landed on schedule. They should be here soon. Mara strode past him, her vigil at the window abandoned for pacing. Does she know about me? Not exactly. With a low, long breath, Ethan settled on the edge of the futon, near Mara's mincing steps. The restless gait showcased trim, toned legs that wore a cut-off pair of his khakis. He'd agreed to the decimation in deference to the heat, but he was having second thoughts, and third, and none of them were appropriate when his could-be girlfriend was en route. I think we need to lay some ground rules. She'd been expecting the conversation since they left Shreveport. In her head, the rehearsed lines about being partners and grown-ups and mature adults sounded perfect. Of course, in her head, Ethan resembled one of the dusty, wrinkly cows she'd seen meandering along the highway. Reality, though, had shades of a beard beneath a single dimple and a mouth that could tempt a nun. I don't plan to seduce you while she's here, if that's what you're concerned about. I got the message loud and clear, honey. You're a one-woman man, and I'm not the girl. Since her easy words were exactly what he wanted to hear, Ethan wondered why they irritated him. Kissing you was as much my fault as yours. Actually, the first kiss was my doing. The grope downstairs was your handiwork. Grope? He didn't grope. They'd nearly made love on a lab table. Yes, but it wasn't a clumsy grope. Temper rising, he bit out. The point is, I haven't mentioned you or us to Leslie, right? She doesn't know I'm here. She doesn't know you exist. Mara's steps faltered. She shouldn't be shocked that his new lover didn't know about a teenage affair. After all, few of her friends had any inkling about Ethan. That most of her friends didn't know her real name may have played a part. Mara, listen. Ethan motioned to the futon. When she reluctantly joined him, he immediately regretted the invitation. It seemed patently unfair that his soap would smell so wondrous on her, that her skin glowed like it was lit from within. After a week with her, images of Leslie's strong, classic beauty dissolved into impish features that sent shivers through his belly. I need to explain. Grappling for equanimity, she pasted on an indulgent expression, one that didn't reflect the hurt that shimmered in her eyes. You don't owe me an explanation. We've both moved on with our lives. I never expected you to keep a candle burning for me, or a torch. You know what I mean. She cupped his cheek, trying to ignore the warmth that radiated along her skin, that tempted her to move closer. I'm glad you found someone to make you happy. You deserve it. The itch that had taken up residence between his shoulder blades and the watermelon-sized knot of tension at his neck dueled for supremacy. Eunuchus toned to unraveling lies. He cleared his throat with effort. I may not have been entirely clear about my relationship with Leslie, he began. Feeling like a schoolboy in front of the principal, he mumbled, "We care for each other deeply, it's true, and we are attracted to one another." Mara bounced off the futon mid-sentence. Accepting that he was in love with another woman did not mean she had to endure a true confession moment. She stormed into the kitchen, her back to Ethan. Carefully, she swiped at the mist that gathered in her eyes. "I don't need the gory details. You like her. She likes you. I'm in the way. I get it." "No. You don't?" Conscience warred with confusion. Hell, he didn't get it. A week ago, Leslie Baxter was the woman he thought he could plan a life with. Now, all he could think about was a cheat and a liar who made his insides melt and his temper flare. "Listen." "No." Mara stopped and turned to face him, arms akimbo. "I've got enough on my plate without trying to become friends with you, Ethan. Because we're not friends. Then what are we? Allies today, colleagues tomorrow, and as soon as we find the gold, long-lost acquaintances who don't even send each other Christmas cards." Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And vote for Donald, because Donald is the best.